Hello everybody, this is Tenzing Rangel. This video is perhaps long overdue, but I'd like to welcome you all to update number 3 for Lisa's Inferno. Now we're going to be experimenting a little bit with changing up the format of this video today because...
Shut up!
Okay. Now we're going to be experimenting a little bit with changing up the format of this video today because, actually, I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. Now at the end of our last update video, when we reached our goal on Kickstarter, I introduced you all to the building that we had rented out as a production space for the film. Now this ended up being a great deal for all of us that month. We were able to spend plenty of time in pre-production in the space we were actually going to shoot in. Now this meant we had a lot of time to experiment with the decorations, the blocking, and even time for rehearsing some of the more intensive scenes in terms of both acting and even stunt work. Now we ended up having 5 actual shoot days that December, and I'm happy to say we got everything we needed from inside the office. The edit is starting to come together from those days, and I can't wait to share more with you. Thanks again to everybody who supported the Kickstarter, basically funding our temporary production studio. It was a great time in that office, and when we weren't shooting, it was also a great place for cast and crew to hang out in. We had all the classic indie set food from Costco pizza, Chinese, donuts, and more. Of course, at the end of the month though, it was very sad when we had to strike everything we'd built. It felt like moving out of an old home when we were tearing down the set in that office. It's a feeling that a lot of people might experience after a fun movie or play is wrapped, that post-set depression, and I'll miss that office quite a bit. Hopefully that sadness is an indicator that we were doing good work during that time, but I suppose the edit will reveal the truth behind that feeling. However, that was all the way back at the end of December, so after I was done moping around, it was time to get back up because as it turns out, we had more stuff to shoot. Now though Lisa's Inferno primarily takes place inside of the check-in office, we needed to find a location that would perfectly represent the exterior shots of the illustrious Four Walls Motel. This took another few weeks of scouting and anxiously calling local motel owners to ask for permission to film without getting the police called on us. Fortunately, it's much easier to get permission to use the outside of a building for one day compared to the inside for a whole month. So after a bit of sweet talking to the motel owners over the phone and a little bit of luck, we finally got our permit to film. Now a challenge with having more of an ensemble cast like we did for Lisa's Inferno was getting everybody's schedules to line up. But as long as you're good with the calendar and you give everyone 2 weeks to a month in advance, we were able to make sure everyone made it to the last big shoot day at the motel. And one perfect full day shoot in a beautiful California sunset later, that's where we are now. Pending one more small shoot for pickups at the motel, basically all of Lisa's Inferno is wrapped. So now as we move forward with post-production, I'd like to thank all of you again for the support. Whether you contributed to the Kickstarter, shared these videos, or you're just watching it now, we couldn't have gotten to where we are today without you. And now that I'm processing more and more of the shots, I'm excited to start throwing together more teasers and previews for the film. Anyways, you can expect another update of this kind in the coming weeks, mostly focusing on the post-production journey that I'm on as we speak. One more time, I'd like to say thank you so much for your support. We'll see you soon in Lisa's Inferno update number 4. This is Tenzing Rangel. Toodles.